My name is Ann, and I have lived in Itaewon, in Yongsan for 3 years. We came in July of 2015, and my husband is the reason that we're here. He is the Chief of Staff of UNCMAC. So what that means is that we are a very small contingent here. We're Canadians, and he works with New Zealand, Danish. He also works with Swedish and Swiss, who are the neutral nations people. So then we're part of the bigger contingency that's here, which is Yongsan, and it's the American military that also work with the Korean forces. So that's a lot about my husband. Now, what do I do? So I have lived here with my husband for 3 years, and my 2 daughters came with us, and they went to international schools while we were here. So they went to 2 different ones. One went to the Seoul Foreign School, and one went to Yongsan International School. And that's because we're Canadians, so we can't go to school on base. So we're part of the bigger expat community. And so while they've been at school, I have been working with the American Forces Spouses Club, which is why I'm part of this. So for 2 years, I have worked as the luncheon coordinator for the American Forces Spouses Club, and what that entails is that once a month we get together and we have a luncheon, and we do a lot of different things. So we'll have, like this last month, we had an American doctor come and give us a speech or an interview about his work in North Korea. And it was fascinating because, of course, that's the reason we're here, is that there's a unresolved conflict between North and South Korea. Part of the reason that we're here in Yongsan is that it's part of maintaining the stability and monitoring the armistice, and that's my husband's work. But, of course, I'm here to support him, and it's easier for him to do this kind of stressful work because he has his wife and his children here, and it has been the most amazing experience that I can possibly have. I have met people from all walks of life, from so many different countries, and I think that's the most amazing aspect. And I will be leaving in July, so I am going to miss a great many things, such as the travel around Southeast Asia has been really easy. Korean barbecue is just the most amazing thing ever. The color, the reds, the turquoise, the beauty, the cherry blossoms. I can't believe this is the last spring that I'll get to see the cherry blossoms. The people, they have been amazing and accepting and helpful. And the subway. I will miss the subway. That I will miss. So what would I want them to remember? We got here 3 years ago, and there was discussion that the base was closing, but it wasn't really evident for when I first got here. There was a very vibrant community, probably about 30,000 people, 30,000 people. It was really amazing because it's like small town America in this huge city of Seoul, the most modern city I've ever been in is Seoul, more than Tokyo even. And I just, it was such a disconnect. But over the last 3 years, it's gotten exponentially smaller. Things are closing, more people are leaving, and by the time I leave in July, there'll be about 7,000. And so the message is that it was a very close community. So when you walk to the food court or even the DHL here, you would meet people, and it was such a sense of community. I knew, because a lot of people knew me, especially from the American Forces Spouses Club. They would say hi, and it was a feeling of being part of a community that I'd never experienced, even coming from Canada, which is generally a very friendly and polite culture. But it was completely, you're part of this experience. And I know that is going to be missed, that it's like a pocket inside of a greater, and it has had a huge influence. You could see that, like this, when I have Canadian veterans, we host Canadian veterans as well, and they see the difference from the 1960s, where Seoul was, there was nothing here. There was almost, less than a developing country, to what it is now. They look back and go, wow, we made a difference. We made a difference here, helping this community and this society and this culture to become the greatest, it's more advanced than some of the things that I have in Canada. And that is astounding to think that going from that country to what it is now was part and parcel due to this small community that grew over time from the Korean War, where it was, just soldiers, to having families, and myself included, to enrich this culture and be enriched by the culture.